Hey, Clancy, can you hear me? Boop, 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 boop. I think I had mute, or my microphone muted. Unless I have it muted now. Okay, good. That's... Sorry. I occasionally turn my microphone off, in case I'm drinking soda and stuff, in case I burp or whatever. I turn the volume, or I mute it. Nobody needs to be hearing that. And sometimes I forget to turn it back on. Blood Money Crime or Call to Arms. Alright. It's been so long since I've tried to do a Call to Arms, I don't even remember how to do it. Arma Dillinger, how you doing, man? You haven't... I haven't seen you forever. Do either one of you guys know how to do the Call to Arms? I'm at whatever peak gold earning ability here right now, and I was hoping to knock out a couple that had that would earn me money as well. But I am completely clueless. Blood Money, I think, if I remember... Well, I can start with Blood Money at least. Oops. Should be somebody around here. So what have you guys been up to? Can they give me blood money? Okay, yeah, so... Where are you? Here you go. I'll get to James. Watching my stream, of course. Well, thank you. Yeah, Armadillinger. I was actually kind of disappointed for like the past, whatever, 2 months or so, month and a half. Like I had only gotten like another 10 subscribers or something. It was disappointing. But things seem to have turned a corner or whatever, because now I'm back to getting like 1 a day or so. So I'm kind of happy about that. Building up your mom, errands, planning what to make for your channel. Clancy, let me say, do you already have a channel? I think we went over this like last week, couple of weeks ago. My memory's kind of shot at the moment. While it's in cinematic mode to get me to a blood money mission, I'm looking things up. Hey, I guys, I don't suppose either one of you sound fairly similar to the guy who narrates the Mortal Kombat endings, do you? Are you? Armadillinger, I think I've heard your voice once in one of your videos. Make a new video. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Oops. Cleans your Andromeda. I like it. Yeah. See, okay, so I want to make an original ending for like an Mortal Kombat, whatever, like victorious fighter. It would be completely original. It's a character that people know, but they aren't. You know, they would never expect this person to be in a Mortal Kombat game, and the idea itself is so absurd. I've already come up with a story for it, like how it would end. I have a basic animation in my head, and I do have like voice editing software that I can use, but it doesn't sound right to me. So right now I'm trying to find. I'm reaching out to anybody that enters the stream, that if you can do a decent imitation of the Mortal Kombat narrator, like, hit me up. Yeah, cinematic view is like it really is amazing. I'm glad that's something that they added. Because yeah, I mean I just said it's amazing, and it is amazing, but I'm about to knock it. Because like oh hey, are these? Yes, I need some of these. Stop going in circles, horse. Just stop. I just need some prairie poppy. All right. Let's see. Yeah, no, in the first game, in Red Dead 1, I don't know if either of you guys have played it. Like, you could set up... You have, like, a wilderness camp in Red Dead Online that will take you to designated spots, but you can set it up anywhere. In the first Red Dead game, you had a wilderness campfire that you could set it up anywhere, and it would take you anywhere. Like, you just set up a spot where you want to go to, and it would take you there. It was an easy way to do fast travel. I'm a little disappointed they took that part out of the game, but still nice that they gave us a wilderness campfire that we were able to do a bit of fast traveling with. My voice, see, here's the thing, is that I've never been really comfortable with my voice and hearing it. I think that's the same for a lot of people. And I do try to imitate voices, but I don't think I would be able to imitate the Mortal Kombat narrator voice. Like like I said, I have editing software that can change my voice. Based on what I've done so far, I think I would actually have to like try and talk in a higher pitch, like "Hello, hi, people," and then the voice might be able to bring it down to what would be acceptable, I think. Because right now it's just making me sound like, whatever. It's making me sound like, I don't know, somebody with a really, really deep voice. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Red Dead 2 is an amazing game. And honestly, like, if you played Red Dead 2, if that's the first game, and then you go to the actual first game, I mean, Red Dead 2 is a prequel, so it's not like you're missing out on something here. Yep. I don't know if that person's shooting at me or something else is going on. Oh, did I go to the wrong side of this place? Yeah, I went to the wrong side. Alright. Yeah, live streaming, it took me a while to be convinced just to, like, do voicing on a live stream. Like I said, I just generally don't like the sound of my voice. But, you know, it's what I'm stuck with. Voice missions. For fun, I'm not so good at it, but I can try. Yeah, and that's just is that, like, the next... the next Cyberpunk video I plan on putting up would actually be Schwarzenegger, like the Terminator, and I do a really, really bad impersonation of him, and I would be basically narrating the video in my very bad Schwarzenegger impression.
Still doing that work for Martelli? Because I got a new lead for you.
Yeah.
Got a new line of work here. Word is there's
Yeah, no, and that's just it, is that like I kind of had an idea what was going to happen to the main character,
you wait.
in Red Dead 2, just based on who I interacted with in the first Red Dead game. So while it was a shock to a lot of people, I was like, yeah, I knew it had to be something, but didn't mean it was any easier to go through. I knew it was going to happen at some point. You can do a really good Arnold impression, though. Now I want to hear this Arnold impression.
You know, I don't take orders from Martelli. We're business associates, that's all. Just figured I'd clarify that.
Okay, I have to double check here. I want to make sure I'm doing the right kind of blood money mission. Blood money crimes. Okay, so which one counts as a crime?
Coming to depend on you.
Not the opportunities. Alright.
You're gonna need to find a little more capitale.
Capitale. I have plenty of capitale. There we go. See, yeah, I'm maxed out on capitale.
Martelli got himself pegged as the biggest bastard there is.
He's the biggest bastard.
Running a close second.
Alright. The saloons contracts? I thought I did some of these. Might have been my other character. Do you have any video... Armadillinger, do you have any video of you doing the Arnold Schwarzenegger? Alright, I'm just gonna do this one.
Ever wonder how a commodity as precious and unusual as capitale gets moved all the way down here to New Austin? Well, there's only one way, my friend. By road. And I happen to be aware of a shipment of valuables, including capitale, making its way here as we speak. So it seems to me that intercepting that shipment is our duty as the conscientious citizens we are.
Yeah, that's always a good one though. Get to the chopper. No, that's bad. Get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. Nah, that's a little better, but I'm definitely out of practice. I haven't even tried doing it for a number of years. Get to the chopper. Yeah, I'd have to practice a little bit before I'd make the video. Where am I going? Okay. I was gonna say, it's like I'm passing right by it. No reason to go all the way around if I can... Yeah, right up there. Yeah, no, okay, there's a bunch of... What's coming for me? I see something coming for me. No badgers allowed! Bad badger! Arnold voice hit you up? Yeah, I think that is one I'm gonna want to do on my own. Just because I'm trying to make it so my no, I'm gonna get bit by a badger. No badger, bad badger. I'm gonna get killed by badgers. Alright. I'm gonna skin the badger since I'm here, don't have a timed or whatever. Yeah, no, the Arnold voice though, sorry man. The Arnold voice that's not what I wanted to do. That's right, toss the dead badger. Yeah, that's basically gonna be like my usual describing things as I go through the settings and whatnot. So don't really know if that would be, you know, like really worth pestering you for. And it would also, you know, no offense to, oh, okay, wait, I hear who's coming at me. Good morning. Sorry. I wasn't expecting to, like, be attacked by a cougar. Now, what was I even saying? Yeah, see, why does it want me to go do all that backtracking? Oh, that's probably why it wants me to do all the backtracking. How many missions? Compared to the story line and online. What, like, Clancy, do you mean, like, you wonder how many more there are online versus the story mode? Because I'm sure that well, that was me not paying attention. I'm sure online has more missions to do, just because, you know, there's, like, every stranger that's in the game, in online, they have multiple missions. They do start repeating after a while, but, you know, and then there's the storyline missions of online itself. There's whatever the roles you can take on. That some of them have their own little story stuff, like with the Moonshiner role, for example. So, yeah, it is getting low. Put it into this so I can keep going, and I always give him some wild carrots. Perks him right up. Ah! Every time I look away. Every time I look away. No! Oh, you did not. Okay. That was an accident, and you shouldn't have tried killing me. Clancy, yeah, okay. Yeah, take care of the things you need to take care of. Thanks for hanging out for a bit, man. Appreciate it. And Yoris, didn't say welcome, but welcome. Kind of in the middle of, trying to make sure my guy doesn't die by cougar, or by, running into somebody, or just trying to, you know. There we go. Okay, so... Oh, dude, okay, so I don't actually take that. Take the stash.
Hey, just take it. Help! Help! Help bothering me.
Come on, jump over the fence. Yoris, did I actually kill the horse? Oh, the horse I ran into, that one died. Yeah. R.I.P. NPC horse. But thanks to your suggestion, I think that's why my horse actually survived. Because I fed it right before it, like, rammed into another horse. Oops. Alright, take a bit of a shortcut here. I took too long with the constantly getting, like, run over and hit by not paying attention. And there's all the prairie poppies. What kind of mission is this? This is one of the blood money missions. Well, blood money crimes. Like, you do these to get, Capitale to be able to do a blood money mission. You haven't played the game for a while, huh? I mean, I'll admit that I don't play it as much as I used to. It's mostly just to, get a little extra spending money so I can get outfits and whatnot. Oh, you are a jerk. You deserve that. Okay, you know what? Shotgun, slug. There we go. Yeah, no, I've been popping in to be able to, like, get some gold and whatnot. But I don't play it as much or as long as I used to. Because they haven't given any kind of updates. I don't have a posse or anything to keep me, you know, constantly coming back, so... What happened to the horse when the master is dead? You know what? That's a good question. Become a wild horse? I'm thinking, like, if I were to think about this logically, I would just kind of figure that it, you know, gets found by somebody else, brought to a stable, and, like, basically repossessed. Like, you know, it's like, oh, hey, here's a horse that isn't wild anymore. Shouldn't... Where... I whistled. Where's my horse? Horse couldn't find you. Tried to move. Okay. Alright. I only play the missions that get gold or money or buy clothes to use for my... Yeah, that's the... Oh, hey. No, I'm not going to be able to get up there. Yeah, I mean, at this point, that's kind of what I've been doing too. It's like I've been playing enough, like, just to get more money or gold. And that's just basically to, like, buy outfits or what have you for videos. But I mean, this game's sucking away like so much of my playtime. That's one of the reasons I haven't gotten to my my ever-growing library of games at this point. And even with that, like, I heard about what is it, Saints Row 5, I think. That it's supposed to have the most robust system for character creation of any game ever. And I read about how it's actually going to be able to let you make asymmetrical faces. So characters like Jason Voorhees without a mask might be possible, or Sloth from the Goonies, if I can get, you know, his head pointy enough. So it sounds like a really cool you know, creation system. I'm hoping it lives up to the hype. I've already seen some characters that have been made with it in, like, previews and whatnot. So, like, I already have some ideas for, like, comic book characters that would be great to put up. You know, if and when I get the game. So, when you play it, you can really feel Red Dead Online. See, that's just it. Like, Red Dead Online started off with so much promise, but for whatever reason, like, it's been left to languish for, like, the past, I don't know how many months. And it would like, it would calm a lot of people if they at least Rockstar made an announcement saying, hey, you know, I know we haven't put anything out for you guys for a while. Trust us, there is something on the way. We want to make it a big surprise, a big announcement. But just have some goddamn faith. But they haven't done anything like that, and it makes people basically abandon the game. So it's really of their own doing. Yeah, see, I haven't bought that game. I haven't tried that game. I heard that it's actually a really difficult game to, like, it's a challenging game. Like, it takes a lot of pages from, like, Demon Souls. So I mean, that alone kind of is a turnoff for me. I'm not really here to be challenged by the games. I just want to enjoy the storyline, be able to play through it, and yeah, just basically go from there. But I've seen some pretty cool things online, like character made. I also don't know how the, like, clothing stuff works. Like, if you, I don't know, if you can purchase everything outright, or what the deal is. So, like, if it's a character creation like this, where you can play it for a while, you know, and then recreate characters, buy some clothes, whatnot, and then go back into character creation and change things up while in a different outfit, that would be cool. But yeah, if it's something like Cyberpunk, where, you know, the like being able to change the appearance of your guy doesn't really work. Like you can start fresh, right? You can start fresh and make a different character, but then you don't have the clothing options. And I find that the clothing really helps with character creations. But I think the next game that I would really try to get into the character creation would be sorry, I want to make sure I take my meds here. There we go. Nom nom. I think the next game that I would really get into, as far as the character creation goes, would be the Saints Row game. I'm just everything that I'm seeing about it makes it sound really interesting, and fun to actually work on. And I did like previous Saints Row games. They basically started off as like a GTA clone, but then they just got more and more absurd, and you know. Okay, I feel like this rock might have been the wrong spot. Sorry guys, at the moment I'm just trying to prevent myself from getting killed off here. Yeah, you are in first-person mode all the time in that game. But I mean, it's nice that they give you the option. But yeah, it would be nice if they like let you, kind of like Fallout, where you can pan out and be seen in third-person mode as well. Like, check out your outfit and everything. Yeah, but you can only do it with, like, camera mode or whatever it's called. Which, thanks to Cali Gaming, I've actually been implementing that a bit with my Cyberpunk games. Or videos, I should say. Yeah, did you ever play Fallout? Well, I guess you're referencing it, so you know what I'm talking about. You must have played it. Yeah, Fallout, like, I really couldn't play Fallout in third-person mode. It just didn't work for me. But it was still nice to see. Like, you could zoom out, see what, you know, your getup looked like, and especially when you started like tinkering with your armor. Can't think of what the name of it was anymore. I know it's the Brotherhood of Steel, I just can't remember. Power Armor? It was just called Power Armor, wasn't it? Oh yeah, I actually have I have a shirt that says Fallout 76. I bought it because it was on clearance, so don't judge. But yeah, Fallout 3, New Vegas, 4, 76. I tried to play the first. Was it 3 games? I know there was Fallout 1 and 2, but I think there was another one in that perspective, but it wasn't a numbered game. I know that there was also another one that was like, I think it was just called Brotherhood of Steel. It was kind of like a Diablo clone or whatever. That would have actually been my introduction to the Fallout series. I wasn't aware of it. Well, at least I'm not the only one. No, don't. Okay. I'm not mad. Just disappointed. Yeah, Fallout New Vegas. Did you not know about that one? They came out after Fallout 3. It actually happens in like California, Las Vegas area. A lot of people think New Vegas is the best. I'm, kind of biased to Fallout 3 myself, but that's just me. Okay. Yeah, no, dude, if you liked the other Fallout games, definitely give New Vegas a try. It's actually really fun. Yeah, I mean, to me, like I said, like Fallout 3 was the game that really hit home for me. I think New Vegas does have a better storyline. Because, I mean, Fallout 3 is pretty simple as far as the storyline goes. But just the world that was created. I mean, it was like going from GTA 2 to GTA 3. It was quite a leap, and it was something that just, I really can't say enough good things about.
Please, take a seat.
The hair... Oops. Is that it?
Man came in here yesterday.
I made a character in Grand Theft Auto
Better off getting a shoe shine.
that I also want to make in this game, because it kind of plays with that little bit of headcanon I plan on putting out there on the channel. So I kind of want to make them look the same.
Well, you won't believe this, but a lady came in with a poodle the other day. I said, I'm a good barber, but I gotta draw the line somewhere.
Yeah, and dude, if you already have it, I mean, there's absolutely zero reason not to give it a shot. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I would say it's better or the same as Fallout 4. But regardless, it's it is really, really good. Oh yeah, thanks. Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah, I've actually been sinking a little bit more time into trying to create characters for that. I was really proud of the Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight. I was amazed by how good that actually turned out. And the female character Death was actually like, that's the GTA character I've been playing since GTA 5 was on the PlayStation 3, and I just migrated it from PlayStation 3 to the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 5, and I tossed her up because I figured that people would, you know, if people are checking out characters, like, why not? Yeah. So I have noticed some graphical improvements since, you know, migrating the characters to the PlayStation 5. But you know, all in all, it isn't that different. Yeah, I know, the PS3, like, that's the kind of dedication I wish that Rockstar would show for Red Dead Online. You know, GTA 5 came out 2 systems ago, and they're still supporting it. New content, updates, all that stuff. Yeah. Man, I wish the hair wasn't so expensive.
Some folks say it's just cutting hair, but maybe they never had a bad cut.
Yeah, I guess. I have my headphones on, and depending on which way I'm turning this, like, the sound travels from one headphone to the other. Felipe, hello. Best man to wish you a good night. Felipe, I appreciate you dropping in. Thank you, and you have a good night too, man.
Better off getting a shoe shiner.
Yeah, let's get the facial hair first. The Woodsman. Wasn't there something like the Woodsman, but not as... I don't think that... Well, maybe.
Some folks got swindled by a street barber. I always say...
It's only Hugh left. It's... Armin Dillinger, it's still good to have you, man. Like, I don't know what happens. Like, sometimes it'll say, like, there's only one person in here. Felipe, don't worry about it, man. You know, I'm on here for however long I'm on here. Excuse me, but Armin Dillinger, yeah, no, it's sometimes it'll say there's only one person in here, but there'll be like 2 or 3 people chatting. So I'm pretty sure it's not like, you know, one person leaves and another person pops in real quick. But even if it is just you, man, still appreciate it. By no means should you feel like you have to stay, though. If you have things to do, you know, by all means, do your thing. Yeah, it's starting to rain.
Had to wash my hands 4 times after he was through.
Man, I don't know if I want to go with this beard or the The woodsman. Having my stream in the background? Well, I appreciate it. You know? I feel like I should play music now in my background. Just so it's more entertaining than just the sound effects that are on the TV. Or in the game. It's on my TV. No, not the Arcadian. What was I? There we go. The Reverend. Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna pick this one.
Well, you won't believe this.
And then change the hairstyle.
I said I'm a good barber, but I gotta draw the line somewhere.
So Armadillinger, what are you doing that's that this is running in the background? So much money. Could you mind sharing? You know what, dude? Like, if I could, I would. Like, I actually, like, that's the only reason I've been playing this character more constantly. I do have a female character too, but you know, it's hard to come up with ideas for characters that would be, you know, I need more, like, variety of outfits than I already have.
Had a gentleman in here yesterday. Had to wash my hands 4 times after he was through.
That's just it, though, too, is that I still have, like, my hopes that Rockstar will, like, surprise us with some big update and be like, hey, you know, we're including houses now or whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Like to have some kind of use for all the gold that I have. Map in Blender for a game. What? Okay, what's Blender? I'm old, man. You gotta age it up for me a little bit.
Man came in here yesterday, bald as a baby. I said, "You're better off getting a shoe shot."
Come on. No, that's not what I wanted to do. And no. So the tonics. There we go. I need the pomade. In all fairness, Blender does sound familiar, I just don't remember what Blender is. And I know that there was something here. Maybe that was not the right choice to make.
Well, you won't believe this, but a lady came in with a poodle the other day. I said, I'm a good barber,
It's
but
3D
I gotta
model.
draw the line somewhere.
Put in Unreal Engine. Okay. Oh wait, did you tell me about Blender before? I think somebody did. It might have been my brother. He gets into all that kind of computers type stuff. He has like a 3D printer and resin printer, whatever, which just kind of goes beyond me. A place with good lighting. Yeah, honestly, it's the main reason I always come here. I mean, even like Saint Denis, like once it gets dark, you really can't see like what you're doing, or at least at the very least the colors of the hair. It's like, I think this is right, and then you get out into the sun and it's like, nope, I should have gone like a shade lighter or whatever.
Well, I heard some folks got swindled by a street barber. I always say, you get what you pay for.
Okay, well that's interesting. I'd never actually seen anybody climb up on one of these things before. Is that possible? How did they end up getting on there? Oh, there we go. All right. All right. Well, gonna go into character creation now. Yeah, I really would recommend not going to Saint Denis for a haircut and coloring. They just, yeah, the lighting sucks. No, but honestly, like my favorite town to go to is Valentine, just because like it has everything you need, and you're not having to travel across the whole city just to, you know, get whatever it is. Like you can go from, yeah, Valentine's the best. Like you can you know, sell off some pelts, get a haircut, buy a new set of clothes, and then fast travel after getting a drink at the bar. You know, two choice of bars really. And you can do all that in the same kind of time it would take for you to get from, you know, the fast travel location to get your hair cut in Saint Denis. Holy crap, I've already been on for about an hour. I did not realize it had been that long already. Alright, changing the hair. Well, at least if I feel I've made the wrong choice with the type of beard, I can change it. Yeah, hold on a second, guys. There was a loud bang outside my place. 1 minute. And I'm back. So now, there, like I mentioned before I set the headset down, there was just a loud bang outside my place. Last time I heard something like that, it was like a power transformer that went out. Have one like at the corner of the block. So it's a really good. My first thought was like, hey, I'll probably get like cut off here quick. But it turns out it was just somebody with a really large firework. Like I saw them running back across the street, carrying like a big tube. So that's all. Ba, 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 ba. All right. Now let's see if I can do this properly. Which character am I making? This one's kind of a surprise. I'm not even going to change the name of it until like I upload it, or until I get off this live stream. It's a character that already exists. It has a little bit of infamy to it, if you know about the story and the character. But and obviously it's not going to be a exact replica of it. But I don't know. It's one that, like, in my mind, I think it would be fun to make. So that's what I'm going with right now. It's also one that I don't like. It's not a character that anybody's expecting, so it's not like I have to make it absolutely perfect. So after being on for about an hour already, I think that's kind of what I need to do. Nope, that's better. I don't know. Armadillinger, have you seen anything or heard anything about Saints Row 5? Nope. Okay. Now you put out like 3 characters in like quick succession, and I got to admit that Rick Grimes one, excuse me, that one's pretty good, man. Like when he's been like, there is that part in this show, well, and the Glenn one is really good too. But there was that I don't remember what season it was, but he was like hanging on by a thread. He was like ready to go crazy. And like I think that's like the way you made him is how he looks at that moment. Like just when he's about to lose his sanity, basically. I think his mouth is... Yeah, it's as high up as it goes. Yeah. Yeah, no, you did a really good job. Like, I know somebody asked me to do a Glenn character too. I was it's been on the list. Like, some of the characters I'm getting to right now have been like, people have been waiting for them for like 5 months. So, but seeing your version of Glenn, it's like I don't think anybody can improve on that, really. So, Daryl Dixon, I'll be honest, he was the one I liked the least out of the three, but it was a lot better than I could do. And trust me, that was another one that somebody asked me to take a crack at, and I kind of gave up because I couldn't get like the features anything close. But you definitely got closer than I ever did. I'm telling you that right now, man, because like I gave up. That's how frustrated I was with it. No, whoops. Yeah, no, that's just it, is that I tried like probably 6 different heritages, and I just none of them worked for me. Like I don't know. See, I tend to like try to find a heritage that I think looks right, and then I do my best as far as like trying to create them. And then I'll cycle through the heritages again, seeing if maybe there is something that pops out at me after I've tried. But you know, that like Daryl, I couldn't. Nothing was working for me. Yeah, what's really funny though is that like until I saw your Rick Grimes, like I didn't really think that Andrew Lincoln like changed that much in appearance throughout the series. And granted, yeah, it's the hairstyle, it's the beard, it's all these things. But yeah, no, like seeing your Rick, I was like, no, that's like looking at him, I know who that is, and he doesn't like. That's not how Rick looked in the first season. It was like living in this world did take a toll on him that I just never really paid attention to. Yeah. Well, that Glenn is just that's a masterpiece, man. Like, out of all the Walking Dead characters I've done at this point, I think I've only done like 2 or 3 of them. Mine is like my favorite one. The one I'm most proud of is Michonne. But yeah, I think that mostly comes from just, not having a whole lot of experience making female characters, and that one turning out really, really well, at least in my opinion. So yeah, that's one of them that I'm actually really proud of too. So I know I get like people say that I did a good job on something, but I'll see like the flaws or the things I should have tweaked and done better. But when I put one up that I'm like, no, this is good. Like for me to actually look at something that I made and think that like that's really saying something. I was in the middle of something. Oh yeah, I wanted to check out the other. Yeah. Screensaver went on. He looks kind of like what's his face from the gang? The guy who makes Arthur go out and collect debts. Strauss. Yes, thank you. Huh. Anyway, remake them today. Sorry, Armadillinger, who remake who? Oh, yeah, any character I thought looked bad. I have gone back and redone a few of them. The Bruce Campbell, Ash Williams, is one that I did remake. I think it turned out a lot better. Still not great, but turned out a lot better than it did originally. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is one that I'm actually really proud of. The second time around, he looks so much better, especially at like the whatever, the 3/4 view. You know that this. Hold on a second. Like from this angle. Yeah, when I like seeing him at that angle, it to me that just looks, he just looks spot on. I know that there was like one or two other characters I'd wanted to go back and redo, but like with being backlogged with like 5 months worth of characters, I kind of feel like I need to like put stuff like that on the back burner a little bit. Oops, where's the, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, no, there's, yeah, unfortunately, and that's one of the minor things that I wish that Rockstar would do. It just give us a stubbly beard. Not stubble. Like a scraggly beard, you know? Something thicker than stubble, but not like a full beard. Like whatever, day 3 growth or something, that like what's in the game. Like, there would be so many characters that would look a lot better if we were able to do that. Yeah, believe it or not, the very first character I tried making, when I first was playing Red Dead Online, was Clint Eastwood, and I was kind of proud of him. I showed him off in a Red Dead group on Facebook, and they just ripped him apart. Like, like, oh, they did not hold back on telling me how bad it looked. You know, which in hindsight, at this point, looking at it now, like, yeah, I could do it better. And I did do better when I made him for the channel. But it still hurt. It still stung a little bit there. Oops. The cheeks. I have not touched the cheeks at all yet. But anyway, I didn't let it get to me. You know, I can take some criticism. And you know, I kept working on it, and now I've, you know, I'm almost at 900 subscribers, and you know, like months and months worth of requests. So obviously I've improved. Yeah, well, people can be cruel in general, you know. I mean, like, even like, I keep wanting to say Magic Johnson. That's not it. Not Michael Jackson. Michael Jordan. Like, he was told, just, you know, he'll never be a good basketball player, and hell, everybody knows him now. So it's a matter of practice and actually, you know, working on it, you know, taking those steps to improve. So it'd be funny if somebody actually, like, if somebody that insulted it, my character, my Clint Eastwood at that point would now be a subscriber. That would make, like, just make my day. I know there was a way to get the glasses to move up. Do I do something with the nose? Yeah. I mean, you know, here's the thing, is that if somebody says something that you've done is bad, like, it might sting, but it's still criticism that you should probably hear to see how you can improve. If somebody says that something you've done is bad and you're just like, yeah, I suck, and then you quit, then you know what, that's not the way to go through life. You know, you need to like try and be objective about what they're saying, even if they're, like, being a jackass about it. Like, being able to take what they're saying, like, distill it down to what the honest truth is, and then learn from that, and kind of just brush off, like, their attitude that they gave it with. You know? So, and you know, that's not always an easy thing to do, but it again, with practice, it gets easier. And High Plains Motion. Hello. Sorry, I was in the middle of a rant there, and I'm really bad at just like stopping my thought, saying hi, and going back to my thought. So, and now I know I'm actually getting tired, because while I was saying that stuff about my thoughts, I was actually gesturing with my hands. I tend to get like more animated as I'm getting tired. So, not a whole lot, man. What are you up to? Yeah, do a little something with those ears. I feel like I've been doing the character creation longer than I've been doing. I played in the game, but I've only been in character creation for like 20 minutes. Cheesecake. Well, first, love the name. Second, thank you for the creation, or for the compliment. I'm really proud of that Doc Holliday one as well. I made sure to make a few tweaks at the end of the video, so if you wanted to make him when he had oh gosh, what did he come down with? It's been so long since I've seen that movie, I don't remember. But he was a very sick man later on in the movie. So I mean, if you saw to the end of the video, you'd see that like you can make a few adjustments and make it look like how he did when he was sick. Not sure that would be great. Was it did he have tuberculosis too? Dude, we're getting lots of people in here right now. It's, I want to say it was tuberculosis. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure he had the same thing that Arthur did. And also Ezio, hello. Yeah, I want to say he had tuberculosis. So, anyway. Yeah, no, that is another one that I'm proud of. Here's the thing, is that I have like hundreds of videos up at this point. But there's honestly probably only like 25 of them I'm really proud of. That one specifically, the great. I am getting tired here. I'm starting to blank on my thoughts here. The one from Tombstone. Yeah, that is one that I'm proud of. Doc Holliday. There we go. Shorter ear lobes. Yeah, I think around her ear. I should just make a random character with like perfectly middle features, like everything is just middle. Patrick Bateman, yes I did, actually. That one I did probably about, I want to say like 3 months ago. So that one I've never been a big fan of that movie, so I am surprised at like how popular that one actually is. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted to do either. Come on, work with me, lips. Yeah, everybody seems to think that the sequel was horrible. I didn't even know they made a sequel until it had been out for like 5 years. But yeah, no, nobody likes the sequel. At least from what I've been told, nobody likes the sequel. Oh, is Patrick Bateman actually in that one? I didn't even know that. And Armadillinger, if you're still here, this is what I'm talking about. It shows that there's only one person in here, but you can see multiple people are actually talking. Oh, some movies are definitely only made for money. God, what, there is one that's always, like, it always springs to mind, but I can't, like, not, for whatever reason, now it's not coming to me. Oh, what was it? It was a sequel to some, Godzilla. Yeah. Hey, I actually really liked the Godzilla, like the recent remakes, the one that was a trilogy that led up to Kong versus Godzilla. I liked the first one. I thought the second one was even better. Did not care for Kong versus Godzilla. It was I don't know. To me, they made Kong too human. Like, he was too intelligent. He had his mannerisms, his actions were too intelligent. So that's just me. But I also didn't like the fact that they made all these, like, vehicles that could literally travel through the center of the earth and pop out on the other side, and yet Mechagodzilla looked like something from the 1950s. Mechagodzilla looked like there is this car crushing dinosaur thing that is at demolition derbies. That's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of a giant sized version of that. And it, you know, at a demolition derby, it's awesome. In a multi-million-dollar movie, it's trash. Jared Leto as the Joker. See, now we're talking. Fast and the Furious. That was the examples I was thinking of. Cheesecake. Thank you. Yeah, no. Fast and the Furious is just a joke of a franchise at this point. They're making money like hand over fist. But just the fact that it's the franchise started off as just like some hot rodders, you know, doing some illegal racing, and now they freaking like have gone to space and driven on the crackling, crashing ice of the Arctic. Like, I don't know when they jumped the shark like that, but yeah, family. It's but yeah, no, I just no. And Jared Leto is the Joker. See, here's the thing with that. One second, hold. All right, see, now you guys are getting me amped up here. Jared Leto is the Joker. I don't know how his Joker was originally supposed to be. I don't know if you remember any of the trailers or commercials for the movie. But what we saw in the movie itself, like, none of the stuff that was in the commercials was actually used in the movie. I think there might have been like one or two scenes, but Jared's the Joker was definitely supposed to be a much bigger thing in the Suicide Squad. Not that that would have made it a good movie, but we definitely didn't see as much of the Joker as what was originally planned. That said, still didn't care for his Joker. He made a great cyberpunk character, as you would see if on my channel, but I still didn't care for him. His laugh was awful too. His laugh, it was like a yeah. His laugh was like, if you took Heath Ledger's Joker laugh, but made it whiny and really high pitched. Like that's the way his laugh came across. It was like somebody that was trying to be intimidating when it just didn't work. Like Heath Ledger's Joker laugh, it was almost like it was just like as if he was entertaining himself. Like he told a joke that he didn't think anybody else was going to think was funny, but it entertained him. Which kind of went with like the chaotic mind aspect, which I thought worked in that case. Leto's Joker, and I have not seen Morbius, but Leto's Joker I just didn't care for. And in the Snyder cut, I didn't see a point to bringing him back for like that end scene. You know, I didn't see a point to the end scene, to be honest, since like the rest of the movies that they were planning are never going to happen. You know, they should have just been. Snyder should have been able to say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna put a button on it. We're just gonna leave it here, knowing that the others aren't gonna be made. Just gonna stop it right there. Let it be its own thing. But and Morbius, I have not seen it. I'll probably see it at some point when it's like on Netflix or whatever. I'll have it playing in the background while I'm doing other stuff. But I have not heard anything good about it. Excuse me. And even the things I have heard about it make no sense to me. And really my only interest was to see how it actually played into the whole Spider-Man universe. You know, whether that was like he in the trailers or in the commercials, he makes a reference to Venom. Apparently that was taken out of the movie. In the movie, like the Vulture gets, I don't know if has anybody here not seen Vulture, or you know what, hey, spoilers, if you wanted to see Morbius and you haven't yet, you know, please skip the rest of this video. But yeah, spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, like I don't. The Vulture thing made no sense to me. Him coming from the MCU universe, like, because the only way that spell from Doctor Strange was supposed to work was sending people back to where they came from, because they would no longer know who Spider-Man is. And the only way that spell really would have worked on Vulture is if whatever world he went back to was the world he was originally from. So like years in, like however long before he was actually showed up in the MCU, he was already there. Like he had somehow transported to the MCU from his original universe, and then got sucked back once the spell about Spider-Man was made. But that still doesn't make any sense, because one of the lines he says is about, like, you know, he's still figuring his way out. He's still figuring his way out around that place. So it's like, if that was your home universe, what is there to figure out? Yeah. My only thoughts of saving grace for that is if, like, because Vulture, at the end of the movie, he also gets his Vulture outfit again. And the only way I can see that making sense is if the universe he went to was the Amazing Spider-Man universe, like the Andrew Garfield one. Because, I mean, they already had, like, some guy in a rhino outfit. They already had the Green Goblin stuff. They were definitely more tech influenced than the other ones. Especially, like, since the Vulture's original outfit was it was supposed to be based off of, like, alien technology, it would make more sense that it was, you know, with stuff like the rhino outfit and everything in Andrew Garfield's movies, if that would be the universe that it was continued from. But it doesn't, like, nothing about it makes sense. Blade should have been in the credits. See, I haven't seen the movie. I know, like, Blade is part of, like, the Midnight Suns, and it honestly, in that sense, it would have made sense. Now I'm rambling about all these Marvel movies, and I haven't even, like, done, like, pushed a bumper or whatever to get my guy looking from side to side. It would have made sense in that way. But if Morbius is supposed to be taking place in a different universe, then that would have caused more confusion and conflict. So, I mean, it would be nice if Marvel and Sony could, you know, do a better job at sharing these characters, especially since it seems like the only really, really good Marvel character movies have been made by Marvel Studios. Like, even, honestly, like, my personal opinion, like, even the Venom movies weren't that good. Like, if it was like 20 years ago, they would have been outstanding. But the story, like, the stories themselves, I feel were behind the times. And they completely did Carnage wrong in his movie. Yeah, that's another whole thing. But I don't know. I need to stop ranting, I think. I feel like I just went on like a 30-minute rant or something. For Carnage, yeah, I mean, that's one of the things with Carnage, is that he's supposed to be so fully bonded that they are just one entity. So, I mean, if there could have been, like, some inner conflict there, like on how they would have eventually meshed, that would have been, I think that would have been better. The fact that they did apparently fully mesh to the point where, you know, Cletus Cassidy was whatever, the Carnage symbiote was literally, like, moving apart Cletus Cassidy's body so stuff could pass right through him, but then he was still able to be, like, physically separated from the symbiote. It, like, none of that made sense to me. It's like at the point where like Carnage was actually able to, like, meld. The way I looked at it was, like, Carnage, there was no longer Carnage and Cletus Cassidy. There was no longer the symbiote and Cletus Cassidy. They were just one. And that the symbiote just basically took on an appearance of Cletus Cassidy. Like, he looked like Cletus Cassidy, but it was just the symbiote at that point, with all of Cletus's memories and history and what have you. So for them to be able to be separated, it didn't work. It didn't work for me. And it did for others, which is fine. You know, it's... you know, when it comes to movies, they try to make it for as many people as possible so they can earn their money back. I feel like I'm... Oh, shoot, I'm in the eyes. I'm not supposed to be... I'm meant to be in the lips. That's why nothing is working. This is kind of similar to the beard I have right now. Ezio, you just get me on like a comic book movie fueled rant here tonight. Robert Pattinson's Batman. I'm thinking the sequel will be better. And then I'm not saying that the first the Batman movie was bad. I personally would give it like a 7. Just because he's not the kind of Batman that I'm used to. This Batman, like, he basically had no... He's obviously very early in his career. It's stated as much in the movie itself. It's only like 2 years into it. He's not so much interested in stopping or saving people as he is in just stopping crime. Like, getting the bad guy. Which is, you know, it's fine. It gives us something to start from and go forward from. And that even shows, like, towards the end of the movie, where it kind of, like, it clicks for him that, hey, I'm inspiring the bad guys too. Like, this isn't the way this is supposed to go down. This isn't what I wanted. And so he realizes that he has to be better. And that's why I've got hopes for the second movie. Now that said, there's definitely things in the movie that I really, really enjoyed. Even though I don't care for the design of the Batmobile, like the introduction to the Batmobile gave me goosebumps, like literal goosebumps. Because the way that engine just like basically was screaming at the end of its introduction. That was like something out of a Stephen King novel. That was like Christine stuff right there. So, yeah, and, you know, the sequel, yeah, hopefully he will be a bit more comfortable being Bruce Wayne in public. You know, he definitely, he as Bruce Wayne, well, in general, I felt he seemed just kind of emo. Excuse me. Which, again, fine, but this was very much a Batman that had just dedicated his life to this one solitary purpose, and that was to get the bad guy, to stop crime. It's not a face, Alfred. Yeah. No, this was definitely a Batman that was that didn't have a life other than this one solitary purpose, and that shows. He didn't have the Playboy persona. He didn't. Hi, Paraprof. I didn't realize that that wasn't Ezio at first, just because I've been going off on a tangent here. Yeah, he didn't have the Playboy persona. He wasn't, like, it was very obvious with Selina Kyle that he wasn't comfortable around women. Like he didn't know how to deal with these emotions he was feeling. So I mean, it's it's very much it's almost like a coming of age story in that way too, because it's like I feel funny. Like it's like he's kind of like he doesn't know how to deal with the emotions he's feeling for a woman. But yeah, I appreciate like the Easter eggs they put in there. I'm hoping that they pay off in some of the sequels, because I saw Easter eggs for like the Venom steroid that creates Bane. There's an Easter egg for Hush, which it has a storyline in the comics. I don't know how well versed you guys are with the comics. That's assuming you're still here. I see the count is at 0 now, so I might have scared everybody off. But yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to the Edward Elliot. Yeah, yeah, I knew what you meant. But yeah, Edward Elliot. His son would have been Thomas Elliot. And that's somebody that's you know, in the comics, that's a character named Hush. Obviously they would have to do something very different than what they did in the comics, because the comics had like so many villains, and history that just wouldn't have been created in these Batman movies. Like, there is no Clayface in these Batman movies. You know, there's no Huntress, Nightwing, Robin, Killer Croc. Like, there are none of these guys. So they would really have to change that story. But as long as they're able to do it well, I'm all for it. Have I ranted enough? I feel like I've really ranted. And by the way, I am watching Moon Knight. I don't know if you guys are. And I already have my tickets for Doctor Strange. And I really, really enjoyed the trailer for Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm just hoping... I didn't really care for Thor Ragnarok. I know I'm one of the few, but I feel like there was a number of missteps in the movie that I just... My stupid little mind just couldn't get past it. So, but yeah, like seeing the trailer for the new movie, I've got my hopes up. I wish I could remove the glasses for just a little bit. Paraprof, you know what? This one's actually going to be a little bit of surprise. It is a character that was... I'm trying to think of how to phrase this without giving it away. It was a character that was created by a different player of a different game. That in my head, I've kind of created a story for him to continue... continue the I don't know, whatever little headcanon I have going. No, it's not the dude from Hellboy. But it is from another video game. And it's not an official character. It was a character that a player made up and did some really weird things with, that I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna work with that. I'm gonna create a little bit more backstory for the guy and post him. I have him for Red Dead, as you can see, but I also created him for GTA Online. I just have not uploaded that one yet because I wanted to make sure I made this one first and uploaded it. So. How would Hush have been? I mean, Hush would have kind of made sense with all of this, but like, what's your theory? I do got to get going here pretty quick though. Come on, what time is it? Yeah, I do have to get going in a bit. Thomas Elliot was going to say something about Riddler's stuff. Yeah. Well, I do like what they did with the Riddler in this movie, though. Like, ever since I saw the first Saw movies, I always thought that, like, that's what they should have done with the Riddler. You know, because that's basically his MO. It's like he gives people... The Riddler gives people riddles, and the people in Saw were basically given a riddle to allow them to survive, to get out of the situation they were in. And I think that they should have leaned a little bit more into that angle. For the Riddler, but at the same time, I don't really know how that would have played out overall with the story that they told in the Batman. But I mean, you know, a good writer could have made it work. I, however, am not a good writer, so. Is there anything else? Yeah, Alfred. I honestly don't know how to feel about Alfred. I've never seen him as being like that integral into, for some reason that word doesn't sound right to me at the moment. Another reason why I know that I'm tired. Words sound weird. Yeah, his mouth's too wide. Yeah, and it was kind of a different Alfred too. It was like something... It was kind of like an older version of the Alfred from the show Gotham. Like, he could take care of himself. He wasn't just some butler that hung around the house. You know, if things go sideways, he's the kind of guy that you would want on your side. Yeah, I honestly didn't care for the show until I finally was like, you know what? This isn't the comic universe. This isn't the movie universe. Like, it doesn't have to be like they can like I had issues with them introducing like Mr. Freeze at the age that Bruce was, and who else? Poison Ivy, like aging her quickly, and this, that, and the other thing. But like once I got out of my own head about, you know what, this is a different type of Batman. This is a different universe. It's, you know, just let the headcanon go and just enjoy it for what it is. And then yeah, I enjoyed it a lot more. Yeah. And that's one of those things though, is that like well, Batman in like the early years did kill people. I mean, like without much without much you know, without really batting an eye either, because is like I remember this one frame, like he's literally like there's a mob boss that's like looking out the window and Batman just swings by kicks him in the head, breaking his neck, and then just keeps on going. Like, okay, I guess this is the okay. This isn't the Batman that I've grown up with, but he definitely used to, yeah, and he used guns too. Yeah, and if you've seen the like 1989 Batman with Michael Keaton, he had machine guns mounted into the Batmobile, and bombs like built into the hubcaps. Like like there is history there for Batman using weaponry and not just relying on his wits and his fists. But yeah, and that's just it, is that especially with whatever, with like I think it was the with the X-Men movies, where it was like they really diverted from any kind of previously established lore of characters. That's when I finally started like, okay, you know, the comics are different than these movies, and the movies are different than the TV show. It doesn't have to all be the same, because I mean, honestly, think about how boring that would be. Like, you read a comic book that they just translated into a cartoon series, or that they just translated into a movie. Like, sure, it would be faithful to what was told before, but it kind of defeats the purpose of seeing it too. It's like, yeah, I know exactly what's going to happen here. You know, there's no real sense of drama, because you know what's coming. But you know, that's one of the things, especially with the MCU, like they changed so many things that you never really knew what was coming next. Except for Black Widow. You knew that in her movie she wasn't going to die there. Yeah, I have seen the show. I've really enjoyed it. I haven't read the comics. I have them on digital. I have a digital copy of them, but I have not read them all yet. Part of me wants to hold off on reading them, just to see how the show goes. Just so I can be surprised in the show. At the same time, I know that it's going to take years to get through everything that's in, like, it, just to watch it in the show. So it's I don't know, I'm kind of torn on that, but I do have plenty of other like things I can be reading and doing, and you know, as you can see, I'm creating characters, so I do have stuff to keep me busy. Armadillinger, I spoiled Black Widow. Sorry. I don't feel I really spoiled it though, because like, you know, Black Widow takes place before Endgame, and if you know Endgame, you know that, you know, you're good, or she's good. But tell you what, guys, I do think I'm done with this character, and it is. I've been on for a couple of hours now. So I think I will get going. Ezio, the trailer, I thought it was a campy kid show about superheroes. For Black Widow or Invincible? Alright, I want to find out about this, and then I'll get going. Invincible. Yeah, I mean, it definitely gives a the immediate impression of it is that it is a more lighthearted kind of campy show. You find out very quickly it is not. It's like by the end of the first episode, you find out it is most definitely not a kids campy show. No. But with that said, though, I am gonna get going here, guys. Do appreciate you guys hanging out. It's really cool to talk to you guys, especially you, Ezio. I haven't. I don't think you've been on here before. I could be wrong. If you have been, you've changed your name. So, yeah. You guys have a good night or day, whichever it is for you. It's getting late here, so I am getting really tired. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. It's yeah. Well, Ezio, speak up more often, man. It's obviously you got me going on a tangent here. So yeah. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Like I always say, it's chatting with people on this while I'm doing this is what makes it fun. If all I wanted to do was rush through these characters, I wouldn't get online. I wouldn't stream. So, but with that said, you guys have a good night. Thanks again. It was really cool to hang out and talk to you guys. Got a lot of stuff just thrown out there. So, yeah, I hope to see you guys next week. All right, bye.